I narrate for Hrafkil Tryggvason, who is the Managing Director and an instructor for SUS Education. Now we're going to talk about financial literacy in layman's terms, Web Lesson 6, Financial Model. This lesson talks about simple budget plans, calculation methods, and financial models. So we have a couple of boxes on our screens about simple budget plans. They are the main points that we're going to talk about. To use net income, that is total income after taxes. To use real costs that are paid. That is, if we spend $125 into gas, then we spend $125 into gas, not 100. Then we are deluding ourselves. It is advisable to keep as real as possible. Over time you will gather data about your own past, and we get the average of each cost, and therefore we get a better feel for the budget over time. We must divide the budget plan into two, otherwise income and cost or expenditure. Costs are home bills, loans, and other various costs. We are now viewing the passing month that comes in after the monthly budget. Then afterwards we have to do a 6-month period for the budget. So we use the Microsoft Excel to help us build the 6-month budgeting plan. Regarding to the program Microsoft Excel, we will instruct more on it in future web lessons on Microsoft Office Home in conjunction with Tölver Gogg AOF. Now we're going to examine an example of financial model on Microsoft Excel page. We are somewhere here in the middle of a page, and there are many boxes that are called cells, and down here called columns and rows, from left to the right. Then there's the whole page. Each page is huge. It is possible to use thousands of cells, but we only need a small portion. I will instruct us a little better how to use this tool, but first we're going to the next slide. Basic input actions in Microsoft Excel: put in columns and rows and pages, erase columns, rows, and page, insert a new page, open new page, save as, print. If we imagine that we have a calculator, these are all normal functions that we know on a calculator. There are many that avoid Microsoft Excel because they are under the impression that it's so complex. But truly it isn't. Everything becomes easy once you know. We shall respect for those who know nothing about this. We are using the equal sign to activate the cell to calculate, minus to average. To use the symbol equals sum, we always put first in the cell equals to activate, but also to calculate. To use the sum function, sum and 2 parentheses, and in those 2 we will get the cells. We will show you that later. So we can use AutoSum symbol. We will go into Home in Excel page and select the upper right corner AutoSum. So we use plus symbol to add. All this usually is on the keyboard except AutoSum. To use minus symbol to take away, to use multiplication symbol to multiply, to use the divide symbol to divide with. Put in columns and rows, save as. Now these basic functions in Microsoft Excel have been gone over. Now we are going to go further into financial model calculation methods for Web Lesson 6 financial models. We've gone over the symbols, and now we're going to show how we should use equal symbol, plus symbol, minus symbol, multiplication symbol, and divide symbol. Here, for starters, we have a small frame, and it's addition first. $1.5 milk. These are all guessed numbers. Bread, $2.5. Butter, 2 equals $6. To do this, we'll go into AutoSum. And you can see there is a little blue box that goes around the number. This is equals sum F17, F19, and enter. That makes $6. Now this has all been calculated. This is the trick. This is the very same as with a small calculator. It is the same function. We just insert into these cells which we were talking about earlier. It isn't more complex. We should take it easy and examine closely. If we view this in this context, then it's not complex as you can see. Next up is subtraction. Here are $17, and we press enter on the keyboard. And the cost is 13, so we do equals and press 17 F23 cell minus $13 and press enter. Then we get $4. Next up is multiplication. In this example we are calculating cost per day and insert the number 25. I'll put it right here. Days are 30, press enter. Put here equals 25 times 30 and then press enter. The outcome is $750. If we go into division, then it's just the other way around. We have this 750 over the month and we divide it into the number of the days. In this case 30. We do the same again. Equals 750 divided by 30 and we get 25 cost per day. We have now explored how this all comes together, and as we go along we see that with practice what we can get when we go into financial models in Web Lesson 7.